Good afternoon. I'm Jim Foster, Director of the City Club, and welcome to today's program. The City Club of Cleveland is well known for having political debates, usually interesting, sometimes heated, and occasionally where the outcome of the election could be attributed to the rise or fall of a candidate at these debates. We take that responsibility very seriously, and as much as we can, try to arrange things in a way that will help the voters decide. Sometimes there are issues where the public will have a vote, but where there is no formal group which is organized to support or oppose passage of that issue. In these cases, we feel it is still very important to have the public have an opportunity to learn about the issue, and that we serve the community and our mission well by having the representatives make their case. And such is the case today, with the Ohio Third Frontier Bond Renewal, also known as Issue 1, that will appear on the May 4th, 2010 statewide ballot. To help us today with this very important program, we'd like to welcome as our moderator, Vickie Eaton Johnson. Vickie is Executive Director of the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation on Cleveland's East Side. And I'm particularly delighted to welcome Vickie to our City Club home here at 9th and Euclid, because just 2 weeks ago we were in her neighborhood with our City Club in the City program at St. James AME Church. Vickie, welcome to City Club Downtown. We would like you to proceed with the program.
Thank you. I promise that we will be interesting and heated, not because we disagree, but that we're very passionate about today's topic. So first I want to tell you why I'm here and why I was asked to serve as the moderator. It might surprise you, but Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation was invited in 2007 to apply for Third Frontier support with the Cleveland Clinic and many other partners. And quite honestly, I wasn't quite sure what the Third Frontier program was up until that point, but I'm here to send a message to everyone here who's listening as well, that we figured out a way how our neighborhood could benefit at a grassroots level on an issue that, quite frankly, rises above all understanding in our neighborhood anyway. So we were successful in winning a Third Frontier grant, and we have established the Global Cardiovascular Innovation Center, and GCIC and Cleveland Clinic Innovation moved in just this weekend, so we're very excited about that. It's a $250 million initiative surrounding cardiovascular technology. Again, an issue that many people did not quite understand in Fairfax, but what we did understand is we could leverage the Third Frontier to do very good things in our neighborhood, which resulted in buildings that have been blighting our neighborhood for 13 years. They are gone, or they're on the city's demolition list as the next buildings to come down. We figured out a way how to increase the capacity of nonprofit organizations that feed people every day, that go to 400 households throughout the city of Cleveland. And since the GCIC has happened and leveraged senior outreach services, I can say to folks in Fairfax and Huff and Glenville and Central, this is how the Third Frontier can benefit our neighborhood. This is why we should support and will support Issue 1. With that, it's my job to introduce the people who are here before us who understand this very well, and hopefully will send a message to make it very clear to you why this is important, not only for technology and innovation, but for folks who live in Glenville, Huff, Central Fairfax, and those other places. We have the Honorable Mr. Fingerhut, who is the Chancellor of the Ohio Board of Regents and also the Chair of the Third Frontier, and Rebecca Bagley and Baiju Shah. We'll hear from the Chancellor first.
Thank you, Vickie, and thank you for your leadership on this issue. I'm really honored to be here at the City Club today as your Chancellor and also as the Chairman of the Third Frontier Commission. But I couldn't help but think as I was walking down the street to come here that I began my own professional career, as many of you did, working here downtown at a major law firm. And I can still picture in my mind's eye the incredible scene of downtown Cleveland, the major industries located here, employing tens of thousands of people, the law firms and the accounting firms that grew up here to serve those major companies. And I remember asking myself, why is it that Cleveland was such a center of industry and commerce in the 19th and 20th century? And the answer was, we, of course, had great natural resources here, our lake and our river and iron ore and all of the other benefits of this area. But we also had incredible entrepreneurial energy and vision that took those natural resources and built companies that employed decades and generations of citizens of Northeast Ohio, providing the good jobs that help people send their kids to college and buy homes and invest in their community. And of course, as we know, many of those industries came under a challenge in this changing global economy. No industry lasts forever. And we also saw that the next generation of industries grew up in other parts of our country, whether it's the Silicon Valley or the biomedical hubs of the country. And so the question we asked ourselves as Ohioans, and certainly as residents of Northeast Ohio, is why not us? How do we build the next generation of great businesses and great industries that will once again employ Ohioans and enable them to support their families and live the kind of life that they dream for themselves and for their children? And so the answer was the same as the answer that we ask ourselves about how we created the first set of industries in Ohio, was turn back to our natural resources. And what is our natural resource in Ohio and in Northeast Ohio? It is our talent. It is our knowledge base. It is our research capacity. It is our capacity for innovation. Here in this room, we have representatives of great universities and great research centers that are among the best in the world in their fields. And I'm proud to tell you as your Chancellor that that's true across the state of Ohio, between our universities and our research centers. And then we marry the natural talent, that natural resource we have, the brain power we have, with the same kind of entrepreneurial energy, innovation, willingness to risk capital, to invest dollars that help build Ohio's great industries of the past. And if we can marry those two things together, we can build the next great generation of industries, companies, and jobs for Ohioans. That's, my friends, what the Third Frontier is about. When Governor Taft first started the Third Frontier program back in 2002, he said, let's use state government as a catalyst to bring together that research and knowledge and innovation talent with the entrepreneurial instincts of our citizens, with the organizations that are helping promote entrepreneurship, and with the existing businesses in Ohio that realize that they have to change their products, they've got to make things differently and develop new products and services for the future. And by leveraging a very small amount of state dollars, we could bring a significant return. And of course, the program, as you know, is working. Over 55,000 new jobs created in over 600 companies, return on the state's investment of 9 to 1 for every dollar that's been invested. In fact, the dollars that have been invested by the state will have been completely repaid within a year or two by the new taxes paid by the new people working in new jobs and purchasing the new products and services of the future. So that's our motivation for being here. That's what the Third Frontier is. Proud to say, especially in this time when Jim Foster introduced this program by saying we often have contentious debates and arguments here. This has been a bipartisan program from the start and remains a bipartisan program today. I mentioned that former Governor Taft, proposed it in 2002. I was a minority member of the Senate at the time and was proud to support it then. Today we're here because Issue 1 was placed on the ballot by an overwhelming bipartisan vote of the Democratic-controlled House, the Republican-controlled Senate, endorsed by both Governor Strickland and his Republican opponent this fall. Issue 1 would enable us to continue this most successful Ohio job-creating program for an additional 4 years beyond its current expiration date of the end of 2011. That extension at this point is so critical because we want to send a message to all of those who have come to Ohio to build businesses, to create jobs, to do their research, to invest their funds, that we're not going away. We understand that this is the future of Ohio. We're investing for the future. Come to Ohio. We'll stand with you.